We have the advantage first period, so.
Welcome back in. The Tigers and the Braves gonna start the first overtime. 10 minutes on the clock. All right. Ryan Conrad, I'm gonna save you here. Everybody quit blowing up his phone. As Hudson Conrad is sick today. That's why he's out. He's not traveling today, so he is sick. So everybody can calm down. Ryan's phone has been blowing up, he told me, so he wanted me to announce that to everybody. So they would quit blowing up his phone. All right? Is that better, Ryan?
Ball comes into Hernandez.
That was specifically to, you know, let everybody blow up your phone. That's why I didn't announce it earlier. Waited till overtime. As the Tigers will pressure into the offensive end as they go to the goal to the north here at Brave Field in Afton, Wyoming. We're at Star Valley High School. We'll have two 10-minute overtimes with a 5-minute break in between. Well, really, they don't take the full 5 minutes in that. They can, but usually it's just a flip of the field and they get it going again. But we will have 10-minute halves, and if it ends in a tie, that's a draw for the match. So, 3A doesn't end it that way. Just talking to A.D. Erickson, they voted in to just do penalty kicks at the end of the regulation and end it that way. Which, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of views to it. Seeing if you do end in a lot of ties, say like the Kelly Walsh Lady Trojans, they've had I know at least 4 overtimes this year because they have 4 ties on the season, so they played that much more extra time that you could save that. I would save the 10-minute and the penalty kicks for the playoffs, but. You know, some people don't subscribe to the idea as a penalty kick is a good way to end it, that it should be settled on the field or try to settle it on the field first and then work the penalty kicks. That's how the overtimes are settled in the playoffs. So, in 4A. I think in the state, just 3A has decided to, in regular season, do penalty kicks to end their ties. Which, well, there's views either way, as the Tigers will work it back through. They work it to the mid, they'll dump it to Moreno. Moreno will dump it back to Panzer, and then they'll work it in the middle to Brandon Hernandez. I'll skip it through to Hyatt. Hyatt works at the top of the offensive zone, works it through. Benitez, left-footed shot, and Astle there to save that one. Good save by Astle as he was able to get his hands on it. Benitez, he put a lot of smoke behind that fire, and Astle was there to put it out.
It can be pretty intense up here. It's a lot more bodies.
We slide to the 84th minute. Braves, Tigers, battling it out here in overtime. Hernandez dumps it away to Brandon Hernandez. Hernandez dumps it outside to Hyatt. Hyatt skips it back through, working it to the middle to Hernandez. Aiden trying to work through, finally gets a hold of it, skips it through, will fire in the back of the net as Aiden Hernandez able to slide it through on Astle, and the Tigers will take the 4-3 lead here in the first overtime period. Good ball handling by Aiden Hernandez. He was able to keep it alive. Hit off his thigh, bounced it off his chest, able to make it settle, and he's able to put it in just on this near side post. As Astle came out, it just slid through his hand. And man, a lot of good saves today, and that one just slides through on him. And that'll go out the far sideline, and Tigers will have the throw in. Work to
push up their midfield.
4th minute here is Hatterley works it through. Well, they're trying to get to it. It'll come back outside. That's settled, and it'll be taken away by the Tigers. Brandon Hernandez tries to skip it away to Sosa. They'll come back to Hilliard, and Sosa dumps it, taken away by Star Valley. Dunn will gather it in along that far side. Sosa tries to save it, but
Looks like
Oh,
it's
they do.
still
It does stay in bounds, and then it's off of. Okay, it's going to be a throw in by Star Valley. Okay.
Didn't see a flag go up on that one.
Bit of confusion out there. I never seen the sideline judge point either way or throw the flag up, and finally, as the ball flies in the air from Hamilton's right foot, Hyatt will come in, work it outside, working against Hilliard. We'll work it in, and that is sent in by Sosa. Benitez on the run. Astle will come up and gather it in, and
There was a bit of confusion
sent
when
up by Astle. They'll skip through. Curtis will gather it in.
side judge had her flag up.
And Roberts will gather it in away from Moreno, and then Moreno will come through. He'll take it away. And Mendoza fires it up ahead to Hernandez. He'll work it through to Benitez. Gives it to Sosa. Back outside. Work it to Hernandez. Try to work it up to Benitez. That's going to be skipped out of bounds by Beck. And a throw in by Hernandez. And the wind caught that one and sent it out of bounds.
Especially on those higher balls.
Will Varsity, Bailey Cauldron, and Mikkel Merritt checking in for the Braves.
Difficult time getting a good read on
Merritt will check
where
it
that
in.
ball's going and where it's going to land.
Also checking in.
Here's Beck. He sends it up towards Hadley. Hadley
Moves
looks ahead,
Garcia.
looking for Phyla.
Sente Garcia, Moreno. Works it to Sosa.
Settled here by Rock Springs. Sosa using his
87th
body
minute.
shield, trying to get
Sosa.
to the ball.
Works it back to Mendoza.
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 1-2
Back in the middle to
Sosa. That's
Panzer.
Florida.
Panzer send it through, trying to find Benitez. They'll come back to Garcia, and then Panzer will gather it in. Work it off to Hernandez. On the run, Benitez. And that'll be Astle gathering that one in as he comes to a sliding stop with the ball.
In front of that ball. And he would look to go for
87th minute here as we work in our first overtime. The Tigers have scored in that overtime.
Yeah.
As Aiden Hernandez scored in the
What did you
84th
call?
minute.
Where were we plugged?
Well, you have an extension cord,
find the back of the net
that goes,
here
like, clear
in the
over
first
here.
overtime period.
so I can see maybe he's trying
Hamilton.
He crawled underneath
Panzer.
or something.
Because I don't think I have an outlet down where we
Work
put the
outside,
track
trying to
camera.
find
I might walk
Garcia.
down there.
Mendoza tries to dump it back to Moreno. Looking right there for it. Haverly works it up to the far side to Dunn. He's going to gather it in. He's going to work to a center. Hamilton gets there and kind of breaks that up, and then Curtis will send it back out to the mid. Hyatt comes back, tries to retrieve it for the Tigers, and still battling for it is Panzer. He'll work it off to Hamilton. He'll work it up through, and he'll work it off to Benitez. Benitez working up this near side. He's just going to keep control of it, send it back into Hernandez. Try to work it back outside to Benitez. And Brown with a good defensive stop. Hyatt sends it through to Sosa. Can't control it as it skipped away. And, I think if Sosa would have been able to control that, he could have turned either way and gotten away from the defender, but to no avail.
Why? You can tell that the wind is
Throwing for the Tigers. Hernandez trying to work it in the mid. That'll come away to Brandon Hernandez. Moreno will let it settle, and then he'll fire it out. Trying to find Benitez. He and Beck run right into each other, and gonna give that foul to the Tigers there. As Benitez's elbow came out a little bit and caught
Minute
back.
40 to play in the first overtime period. Here comes Mason. Mason will set the
Junior
ball
for
for
Braves.
Star Valley. He'll take his time.
His right eye
Sends
might
good
get a little
ball
chunky later.
up into
Curtis gets that one
heart
out of
the
the air,
defense for
and
Rock Springs. Good
it'll
ball
come
there
back
by
to Hyatt.
Curtis. They will send it out wide to Hyatt. Hyatt will bring it into
His
the
elbow
middle.
caught him.
Over to Sosa. Sosa able to
Foul
make the
came
turn.
from
Has
Sosa.
some time and some speed
Works
here
it up,
from Sosa.
fires it,
Looking
tries
to
to
get
fire
the
it
ball
through.
under
Beck
Junior.
will gather it in, and then Sosa tries to get it away from Beck. Hyatt will fire one, and that is a field goal. Jeff thought he was back on the football field for Coach Lenhart there for a minute. Fired that one from about 45 yards out.
The upright.
He didn't have a. Yeah, he did. I think he had an opportunity at a 45-yarder this year. Wasn't able to make that one.
As the
But,
Braves find themselves down by one on the scoreboard.
Score
with
on the
Rock
Anvil
Springs up
scoreboard,
4-3.
4-3 here as the Tigers scored in the 84th minute in the first overtime.
I'm so happy they
And
scored.
we scroll down to the last 30 seconds here in the first overtime. We'll play another 10.
In this, and then we will switch fields, and we'll play 10 more
Star
minutes.
Valley.
Here comes Hilliard. Hilliard will push this
Hilliard
one up
dumps
to
it to
the
Pilot,
field.
and we'll dump it back outside the Dunn. He's going to center it through. It bends the other way, and Hernandez will knock it away. And as Hyatt will try to gather control, that'll come away. And Sosa will dump it to Hernandez. And Hernandez sends it up through. Benina's trying to fly to it, but Beck's going to get to it. And then that will end the first overtime. The Tigers up 4-3.